Baby, be in love with your fantasies. I can be a star, make a sky so bright. Welcome to my dungeon, this is ecstasy. Let me play the fantasy.
Uh-oh.
What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Asia.
And it's your boy, BJ. And we back like we never left. Thank you guys for pulling back up for another reaction. Today, we're going to get into it. But before we do, we got to make sure the vibe is right in the room. You good?
Yeah.
I know it's early as hell right now.
It is early, y'all. We got up early.
But hey, the early bird catch the worm, right?
Yeah, that's true.
At the end of the day.
Facts.
Now, we about to be checking out my brother from another mother, Stephen A. Smith. I've been checking Stephen A. Smith for probably over like a decade, as far as like watching him on ESPN, things of that nature. But he also kind of gets into like politics too, as far as things like that he talks about on his own show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This particular video is about January the 6th. It's titled FBI Informants Present on January the 6th.
FBI Informants. Isn't Stephen A. like he's Democratic? I think he's Democratic, if I'm not mistaken. I'm almost positive because I've heard how he talks about the Democratic Party. I think he's Democratic.
Probably.
Don't quote me on that. I probably shouldn't have said that.
You're probably right. I don't know. I think so, though.
Yeah, I think so. I think I've heard him say, because he was going for Kamala.
So okay.
I know he said that.
Okay.
He said it.
But I could see that.
Yeah.
Based
so
on
that's why I'm saying
based on
what
like
I'm
a
saying.
lot of his views and things of that nature, things that I've heard him talk about before. So
yeah, so I'm curious to know.
You're probably right about that.
Oh shoot, he probably look, man. All right. Well, let's jump into it and see what happens. Make sure y'all like and comment, subscribe. Let's jump into this video.
All right, let's get it.
I want to get into some politics before we get on out of here, as we've now entered the final month of Joe Biden's presidency. And for the sake of argument, it hasn't been a good one. The Democrats lost the White House, Senate, and House in the November election.
That's a fact.
Meanwhile, this week, FBI Director Christopher Wray announced plans to resign at the end of the Biden administration as President-elect Donald Trump takes office in January. The news comes amidst a bombshell report from the Justice Department that revealed the FBI had at least 26 confidential informants on the ground when the Capitol was stormed on January 6, 2021.
26.
The report says most of the informants engaged in illegal activity during the chaos. The Justice Department says only 3...
No, he just said it was a lot of sixes thrown in there.
Hold on, wait. He said FBI informants that were there and present on January the 6th. That's what he said, right?
That's what he's saying the Department of Justice is saying, yes.
Oh, okay.
Three of its 26 informants present had been instructed to observe potential domestic terrorist suspects on the day of the riot. The rest of the 23 appeared to have gone to the Capitol on their own accord. Upon hearing news of the report, Vice President-elect J.D. Vance posted the following on X, quote, "For those keeping score at home, this was labeled a dangerous conspiracy theory months ago," end quote. So 23 folks for the FBI were in the crowd.
23.
And we're just finding that out. Didn't hear anything about that for the election.
That's my first time hearing that.
Didn't hear anything about that when the quote-unquote insurrection was broached by Vice President Kamala Harris as the Democratic nominee, by President Biden before her, by Democrats in both the House and the Senate as they articulated the belief that Donald Trump was a danger to democracy and using this as a profound, illuminating bullet point to make that case.
Wait.
What?
So if the FBI informants were there, he said that the Department of Justice said that these FBI agents were there and participated in some of the illegal activities.
I don't think he's necessarily saying that. I think he's saying that they were there either to do surveillance, to like people on the ground to like witness certain things. He didn't quite say that yet.
Hold on. Let me go back a little bit. Let me just go back a little bit.
Anything about that for the election. Didn't hear anything about that when the quote-unquote insurrection was broached by Vice President Kamala Harris is the Democratic nominee, by President Biden before her, by Democrats in both the House and the Senate, as they articulated the belief that Donald Trump was a danger to democracy and using this as a profound, illuminating bullet point to make that case. And now here we are yet again finding even more evidence to Donald Trump's claims when he articulated that the process is rigged, the Democrats are this or that, they're talking about us, but look at what they do. We don't know all the details. It's a report. Justice Department comes out with this. That's not my big issue. My big issue is that I'm really, really sick and tired of every time I turn around finding something else that the Democrats have lied about or downplayed or misrepresented along the way. Where's the $1.5 billion that was given to the Democratic Party? Where is it?
What?
Where'd the money go?
I didn't get none.
Why was Oprah given $2.5 million?
Damn.
Why was Al Sharpton's National Action Network given that much money? Before interviews, by the way. Why? I think it was $500K for the National Action Network. Why? I want to be clear. I don't have any problem with the National Action Network taking that money because they don't have a lot of money. I have more of a problem with Oprah taking $2.5 million when she's worth over $1 billion.
Right. I was thinking the same thing.
But speaking to us as if her heart and soul was so immersed in supporting Kamala Harris. Well, then why didn't you do it for free?
Because nothing in his life is for free at the end of the day. And when we see this a lot of times, especially when it comes to like celebrities, a lot of times they're getting paid to like go to a lot of these events, especially when it comes to like Democratic, Republican Party.
Well,
whenever they get these like nominations and they get these endorsements, it's always a paid endorsement.
Yeah.
Point blank, period.
Well, I guess he kind of has
support.
a point. I mean, because I'm pretty sure everybody that showed up for Trump were also paid. You know, like they probably were. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I saw an interview where 50 Cent said he turned down, to perform at the convention for Donald Trump.
But Oprah, $2.5 million.
But to take some money when you already a billionaire, like come on, like that. It just sounds like greed. It just sounds like greed at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Somebody just taking a money grab. And he said $1.5 billion. Mm-hmm. Where's this money coming from? Mm-hmm. Is it coming from our pockets?
No, he didn't. I mean, yeah, shit. What you mean?
Was so immersed in supporting Kamala Harris. Well, then why didn't you do it for free? I'm just asking. I'm just asking these things because I think it's important. And I think that the time has arrived where we have to stop letting stuff go all the time, particularly when it comes to the left. I mean, I see Republicans like Megyn Kelly or Officer Tatum or Candace Owens or, the Sean Hannitys of the world. You know what I'm getting tired of? I'm getting to the Democratic Party. You know what I'm getting really pissed off about? I'm getting really ticked off at every time they open their mouth about something pertaining to y'all, they seem right. I would love to argue with Sean Hannity. How can I? Do you know what Sean Hannity used to do to me when I told him Kamala Harris had a chance? He'd laugh. Like literally, genuinely giggle. He'd go on TV and put on his straight face to y'all. You got to be concerned. This election could go either way. He laughed. He wasn't concerned about her. Before I called out Biden, he was calling Biden Sleepy Joe. What's percolating on social media today? Just go and look at it, y'all. Joe Biden is is caught napping at an African summit in Angola
No, he wasn't.
for at least a full minute. They didn't say whether he was snoring or not. That's about all that was missing. But he was clearly asleep.
What? Look, okay, the man works a lot. Give him
No,
if
no,
you
no,
give
no,
him
hell
the benefit. No, because he travels a lot. He works a lot. You know, he probably had to sleep on the plane. I mean, he is older.
Asia.
Babe.
Asia.
What?
You're not going to go on this camera and do this today.
I'm just saying, like, I know you can't
Asia,
say you fall asleep at a public. You the president of the United States. I get it, and I see what it looks like.
Babe.
But I'm pretty sure that he knew what he was there for, what he was supposed to do. He probably gave his speech, delivered it perfectly.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, over these last 4 years, I didn't see him go up there and do a speech, and it down there looked like he done dozed off.
Okay.
Like, literally, like, looked like he done dozed off, babe.
Trying to give Joe the benefit of the doubt.
Sleepy Joe.
Okay. Maybe he fell asleep. For a full minute, he took a nap.
He said in Angola, he fell asleep. Wow.
That was missing. But he was clearly asleep. I'm not going to pardon my son. I want to state for the record, I have no problem with him pardoning Hunter Biden. I had a problem with him trying to act like it was unjust what was being done in pursuit of getting after my son because they wanted to get to me. All you had to say was, I'm pardoning my son because he's my son. You couldn't just say that, though. You know why you couldn't say that, President Biden? Because you had been telling us it was the last thing that you were going to do.
He said he wasn't going to do it.
And why did you say that? Why did Karine Jean-Pierre, remember how she said he will absolutely not pardon his son? It's all over social media right now. They kept saying it. It's everywhere. How many times did the Democrats tell us no one's above the law? No one's above the law. No one's above the law.
Now I heard that.
Nancy Pelosi, Hakeem Jeffries, Elizabeth Warren, who makes you feel like your soul is going to hell if you don't agree with her. Inconsistency after inconsistency after inconsistency. We can argue policies. We can argue politics all day long. But the Democrats worked really, really diligently to make the case that the right had a monopoly on insidious, evil tendencies, corrupt tendencies, duplicitous, hypocritical, untruthful tendencies. And every time they made those accusations, we turn around and find out that at least some of them are guilty of the same shit. I don't know about y'all, but I'm sick of all of it.
I know.
I'm sick of all of it.
Right? Same.
They've actually made Donald Trump look like he was right instead of them. Think about that. He didn't just get to raise his fist on election night as a victor. He's been raising it every night ever since for one different issue after another that he keeps winning because he keeps highlighting what they lied about. I'm sick of it. I have nothing to say. Enjoy y'all weekend. I got to get to Vegas
So
for
wait.
the Emirates Cup semifinals in the National Basketball Association. And outside of that,
I want to go to Vegas.
He said he about to go to Vegas. He's about to go ahead and cut this
I
off
know.
and go to Vegas.
Damn.
And what I take from this video is obviously Stephen A. Like we were just saying before we really started watching the video, is that he's part of the Democratic Party. He's probably endorsed the Democrats. So he just pissed off as far as the way that they're looking in relation to like the Republicans and everything that Democrats have said about Republicans. And he is right. Right now, Donald Trump, he's laughing to the bank. He's laughing. He has his fist pumped because right now he feel like he got them right where he want them. Like I got y'all right where I want y'all now. And everything that he's talking about, especially like when it comes to like stuff that we just saw recently in the news as far as like Pardon and Hunter Biden, even going back to like January 6th, and now they're talking about these
That really
FBI
surprised
informants.
me.
That's very, very surprising because that's my first time ever hearing about it.
That is my first time hearing
Why wouldn't
that.
why wouldn't they have brought it up at any other point, at any other juncture, way before now?
You know, I don't know.
Why?
I just feel, you know,
That's my question.
I think if you break all of this down, it doesn't matter which party it is that you support, whichever one benefits, you know, most. But I just feel like there's always, whoever takes office, like there's always at some point in their term, like where you're being misguided, misled, like what you thought they were going to do, what they told you, what they, you know, especially when they're doing all these rallies and stuff like that, the campaigning,
Yeah.
and it's just like, yeah, like you get behind the person that you support, obviously, or who would benefit you, like whatever it is you believe, right?
Gotcha.
But I just feel like Stephen A said, like you go for Republicans or you do Democrat, Libertarian, whatever it is, it's just like I feel like you're always gonna find these chinks in the armor, like at some point, like, and if you talk politicians, like people are always going to say like, you know, Donald Trump is no better than Biden, Hunter is no better than Obama, you know what I mean? Like the names just start dropping, and this person, at the end of the day, I'm like, there's too many obstacles to overcome to get to the person that they need to get to that is in control of all of this to take anybody down for anything that they've done, because they all think they're all above the law. If you ask me, they all are.
And then, and then also another thing that you also definitely need to consider too is what's going on right now. We've seen the Republicans take over the House. We've seen them all get, you know, majority. Now they, you know, obviously they have majority of the House now. And then obviously Donald Trump, he's been elected as president. So a lot of this probably is the Democrats' own doing. With it all coming back on them now, showing that now the Republicans has majority of the power.
Yeah, but I feel like they threw, because I know at one point in the rally, Kamala brought that up and made sure she brought up the whole January 6th situation, but that was never mentioned. This is my first time hearing that. You know, like, oh yeah, we had, I don't know, man. It just, I feel like it just continues to just break down like the trust that people have in their government, their systems, like regardless of what party it is you support. Like at the end of the day, we only gonna get half of the truth anyway. If you believe whatever's even being put out there, only half of it is a third of it is probably what's really true. What's really true until you get the real facts.
Believe half of what you hear. You know, at the end of the day, do your own research, point blank, period. And like you said, like even with Stephen A, you can tell, and you can see like the disgust in his eyes.
Well, I feel like he's upset.
Because he feel like he's been, absolutely, he feel like he's been let down.
Yeah.
You know, especially like you said, when you put this much trust in your own party, and then you see like what the blowback is. You start seeing all these chinks in the armor. You start seeing all these deceptive things that's going on. Especially when he talks about this $1.5 billion. I had no clue. I didn't even know it was that much money.
I didn't know it was one
you
point,
know?
Whatever it was. That's a lot.
Yeah.
But to his
that's
point,
astronomical.
With Oprah getting up there, I feel like everybody that show up, any of these celebrities that make an appearance, they'll never show up for free. Not one of them. Not one. Not one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are gonna just be like, yeah, sure, I'll come, like, and stop my schedule and put on a whole face of makeup and order my team to get me a dress, and yeah, I'll do that for free.
Yeah, I mean, it's a paid endorsement. That's what they talk about. That's what it's called at the end of the day.
So he can't really say that that's just them, though. That's all I'm saying. that was just, I mean, obviously it was a lie. He did $2.5 million to Oprah, though. I can't really justify that.
Right. She said she has to get paid because she is a working woman at the end of the day. But yeah, everything that was going on, like even me when he talked about like Sean Hannity, like even as it got closer to election time, I was like, Kamala's not going to win. Point blank period. Kamala's not going to win, especially when you start seeing like that last month of the campaign, and you start seeing all the different things that Kamala and you know how her campaign was running. I was like, they're going downhill. They're going downhill fast.
You thought that?
So I wasn't completely surprised as far as like the outcome of this election.
I really thought she was gonna win.
Hey.
I really did. I did. I thought she was really, like, she had a shot. Like, I thought she really was gonna win.
Yeah, everybody got a shot in the dark.
Yeah, but again, I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not going down the lane, but yeah, I thought she was gonna win.
I wasn't surprised. I am shocked and surprised by the things that he's saying and about the DOJ and about these FBI informants. But at the end of the day, it seems like there's always more information that comes out after the fact, and it's just like more information keeps trickling out.
Yeah. Yep. I guess we
the story of our lives, right?
I mean, yeah, but just wait for it. There'll be more. But wait, there's more. Okay. So y'all chime in on this. Let us know what y'all think about this in the comments as well. I'm curious to hear what, some of the people who are in opposition of the Republican Party to speak in the comment section respectfully. Yeah. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed this, give us a big thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, smash that notification bell so you don't miss any videos from Asia and BJ. And if ain't nobody else told you, I love you. We're going to see y'all in the next video. Yeah.